I'd say it's about time to get into it. Are you ready to cringe with me? I can't do this alone. That's part of why I'm doing this. I have to watch Liberland Metaverse Cyber Urban Crypto Incubator. Yes, Patrick's still around, and we got to watch this. We got to watch this together. This is the Cyber Urban Incubator. This is a proposed metaverse space for Liberland. Hold the phone. Right away, we see this urbanism, right? This urbanism is just like the cover page of parametricism. Bruh. It's literally the cover page of parametricism. Anyway, so right away in the video, I'm a little bit skeptical of what might be going on here because it's echoing a sort of previous thing. The towers look different, obviously, and more arranged and a little lower. But I'm also really skeptical of whatever the I don't think you can see my mouse. Whatever this shading device is that's flat and across. Do you see how there's like a level that's built up that's flat just across the entire thing? It's like it's on the street, on the sidewalk. That seems strange to me. Like it doesn't rain. It is flat, so like you could do this, but it also doesn't, it's not that sunny. Like you don't need shading either. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. There's a boat in there. We see a boat in this fountain thing. And there's like a track for humans. This track is riddled with columns that don't really hit the ground in very great ways. You could see off to the left. Oh, you can see my mouse, right? You could see my mouse. You could see off to the left here. The columns are just kind of running into the grass, dying into this system. Okay, City Hall. Oh, God. That's the Liberland flag, I'm guessing. Oof. Very proud of itself as a state. Which is weird, because it's called a City Hall. So this City Hall looks like a... kind of like a bat... It's like a bat... It looks like a bad guy's lair from a Marvel movie. Looks like it looks worse than the Men in Black headquarters. All right, so that was City Hall. DeFi Plaza, decentralized finance. Great. Great. Here we go. Decentralized finance plaza. Even the name is like just calling it the plaza, like the DeFi Plaza, like. All right, so let's check it out. The NFT farmer. No, this is not the NFT market yet. This is not the NFT market yet. Sure. Can someone link Lima to the Liberland? Liberland is a state in Eastern Europe that was founded. It's a libertarian paradise. All right, so what happens here? You just talk. DeFi. Hang on, wait. This is the DeFi Plaza. Let's give it a central location. Okay, so first of all, these look impossible to read. These look so skewed. It looks impossible to read. And we're going to see that theme, I have a feeling. I mean, I like the form of the thing. It's cool. It doesn't look like it's a very smooth ground. It looks like there's a whole bunch of different like bumps all over the ground, which I don't understand. The benches look a little bit out of scale compared to these people, right? Like it's not even coming up to his shins here. Right, let's send decentralized finance. Let's give it a central location like a plaza. So this is, wait, what did this say it is? This is the DeFi Incubator. Okay, this is different. So until you're DeFi, You go to the DeFi Plaza once you've been incubated. So, okay, so there's a private meeting room. There's apparently workstations, what look like workstations, like one seat. Looks, I mean, it doesn't have to be, right? Like the building doesn't have to be accessible in common terms, right? Anybody can get an avatar. The funny thing is we represent avatars in digital space as if they are fully capable humans. So like the dream is still to be have a normal human body. It's not like we all could get different bodies, so we don't all become blobs, right? You either, if you're in a wheelchair in IRL, you get a normal body here. That's how we solve the problem. Anyway, that's a bigger issue than just this project. But oh, look at this. How are you supposed to have a meeting in here? This is the meeting room. Maybe it's blackout, but it looks like there's more monitors. Wow, guys, decentralized finance is monitors and tickers. This architecture is it's like buzzword architecture. It's like the rest of the project is. It's like the rest of the project is literally just buzzwords. And this building is buzzword architecture, right? Like smooth spaces, like yeah, it's like a buzzword architecture. So the architecture is made from all of the buzzwords of the project. Like not only are the names buzzwords, but like we see like striated smooth spaces rather than with striated grounds. We see everything, monitors everywhere. Somehow these monitors in the back are by themselves, whereas the monitors up here are all smooth and like on glass, right? So it's like a buzzword space. Yo, guys, this is Zaha Hadid Architects. This is Patrik Schumacher's Liberland Metaverse Cyber Urban Crypto Incubator. So here's another version of the space, and I think you're right, Chris Cookies. They copy a lot of reality into the digital medium, and that's ultimately, this looks so uncomfortable. Like you're trying to have a conversation with your mates. All right, so this looks like a high society party in LA or something, where everyone's eyes are trying to be in the conversation they're in, but they're actually on the crowd seeing who else is there. And this is like you're trying to have a conversation with your mate, and you're like, yeah, you want to help me out? You want to do this project together? And their one eye is at you, and the other eye is like checking the price of your net worth, and they're like, no, actually, sorry. All right, NFT Plaza. Again, we're trying to evaluate this as architecture in a metaverse, in a decentralized metaverse. This is NFT Plaza, guys. So this is supposed to be a artwork display. I mean, like, outside of the evaluation of NFT artwork and what it does, let's evaluate this architecture as a artwork display in a metaverse space. Stepwell is exactly what I was thinking, Hyperobject. Yes. It's this weird kind of stepwell moment, which I think I think a stepwell is a good precedent for this kind of thing. Even though a stepwell had a function, it also had a kind of C and B scene that's really interesting. Do you guys know what a stepwell is? That's a stepwell. So we see in the NFT Plaza this desire. I mean, it's also, I mean, you could also say that the Guggenheim in New York is a type of stepwell art display space, right? It's almost conic and or cylindrical, and you move around and there's artwork. I mean, it's not a bad precedent. And to be frank, I don't understand where the artwork is displayed here. I don't see any artwork except the artwork on the building. So this space is a little strange, though. I mean, it might be a 3D objects that sit here in the middle. It might be stuff that goes into some of these cubbies. I'm not exactly sure. Under the ramps, like, yeah, like in here in these cubbies. The vessel, but squashed. Yeah, Chris Cookies, nice. Yes, it is a kind of um, it is a kind of vessel space. Um, I, is the artwork maybe supposed to be here on the side, on the left? This, you can see, this is nice. This is the, oh no, we're just seeing the window. I was gonna say, this looks like the space just dying into the water, but it doesn't. Here is, looks like, look at these NFTs. Look at these artworks up here. This looks like Trump boxing Biden or something. It probably is. All right, so that's all we get for NFT Plaza. Honestly, that space, that NFT Plaza space might be one of the better ones that we've seen. The less bad as actual just architecture. Okay, what is this one? I couldn't even watch. I can't even. Exhibition. Okay, exhibition. I mean, it's just a building you might make IRL, right? Look at these wood. Is that supposed to be wood? Don't tell me Schumacher's using wood material. What up, Lo? Happy Friday. Happy Lunch and Learn. Look at this. All right, so this is exhibition. This is fine, honestly. I mean, it's okay. It's nothing. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so this exhibition space, which it's non-hierarchical as a form. It's not centralized in like a typical sort of presentation. Like it's not a symmetrical kind of form. It doesn't have a kind of singular axis on it. It has multiple levels of engagement of the artwork. It looks like you can go up and down. It feels like a very smooth thing. Steampunk cloud gate. Nice. So like maybe this isn't too bad. I don't love the way it hits the ground. I think it's very uncomfortable. I don't like that still in the back. Like, look at this. Look at this view. Do you see in the back here? Look at that. Line go up, baby. Line go up. That's like still, there's like still a stock tickers in here. That sucks ass. Get those out of here. But again, part of my problem with this is that this building looks like something that you might want in the regular world, right? There doesn't have to be any HVAC. There doesn't have to be any shading. You might not need buildings much at all in the metaverse. So like the art is floating. I love the art that's floating, right? Like it makes sense. Why should you have a pedestal, right? The pedestal could be more like a disc in this scenario. I like the transformation. I kind of hate the tree though. Actually, wait, fuck this. This is really bad. This is really bad. This is a really bad tree. Not only is it this is just such a bullshit gesture. No. Wow. Honored by your presence. You don't need sunscreen in the metaverse. You don't even need shade at all. But here's this tree, which this just feels really like forced. Like, let's get some green in there. Like, what? It's very forced. And also this tree is just a really bad, like, this poor thing. This gets more of a pedestal than most of the artwork. There's still oh, look, there's still a line go up behind it, guys. There's still a line go up behind it. Who said earlier, imagine, yeah, Zach's on it. Imagine being haunted by the great line of the NFT market everywhere you go. Yes. Line go up, but sky blue. Excellent. Excellent. So, oh yeah, even right here, look at this. So like this is supposed to be the display area, and you definitely can't get away from the great line go up. I would love to see them do line going down in one of these and see if it's even like but like the tree thing is so tough because this stuff is still like buildings in the metaverse are using real, resources and electricity. So the fact that it's clad in wood and the fact that you're displaying a tree inside is kind of like the, Lego people who are built out of their own skin, like that's really rough. That's really rough. Um just please leave the trees alone, Like if you're going to go full metaverse, you don't get to take the trees with you, man. The trees are I think that's weak. I think that's bullshit. The trees are there. The trees are there to sort of pacify your audience and make them think that they're still in this kind of pleasant landscape or territory or subjugating nature to man's will. And it's bullshit. Leave the trees out of this. That's my take. Sorry. I think that tree's really important. I think that tree's really important to understanding this. What are those people in a hole? I mean, this isn't bad. Like, this isn't bad. It's fine. But it doesn't make sense the rest of the way. The CPU load for the leaves in the wind. Yeah, honestly. Okay, so this thing, isn't this just like the same? Here we go. Yeah, I mean, it's all effect, right? Poor Zaha Hadid's name. The trees are there because you're referencing how nice reality used to be before we escaped. Yeah. I don't know if metaverse spaces necessarily yearn for gridded realities. Like maybe it does make sense to have gridded realities because you're even less kind of in your own body, but maybe with fast travel and stuff, maybe it makes the most sense to not worry so much about gridded realities. Maybe this kind of thing is okay. It's still very plan-based move, and experientially, this is really no different than any other sort of jagged plan-based urbanism without visual alignment and strong boulevards. Like this is the same plan experience as Paris in pre-House Mini in Paris. Like I don't know, maybe I'm missing the point here, but y'all know Paris. I'm using it as an example because it's one that I know well. You know that there are these areas of Paris that were bulldozed. So like Paris used to look more like all of this stuff, right? And then they bulldozed it both to make so that they could essentially have the army move through the city faster and hold down, like, so or Venice, Italy, or any, or Boston, fuck's sake. That's what I mean when I say plan experience. That's what I'm trying to talk about, is like the fact that you're coming in and out of buildings, like whatever. This is the proposed metaverse space for Liberland, which is a country which doesn't need a metaverse, but they're making one, of course. But yeah, it could be a non-Euclidean reality. It could be on the inside surface of a sphere or a huge halo ring. Exactly, Chris. Which, if you're interested, the Museum of Other Realities, the MOR, is one that I think does this really, really well, and one that I wrote about in an upcoming piece in Architect's newspaper. I only got about a paragraph in about Museum of Other Realities, but I think it's a really good version of what space is. And of course, it's not designed by a big architecture firm. It's designed by an artist who took architecture classes, who has a sort of architectural interest. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me and looking at the Liberland Metaverse Cyber Urban Crypto Incubator by Zaha Hadid Architects. I will see you next time.